The 11th of December, Rabbi Furst, Pierke Avos.
Okay, let's see. Shinu Chachamim Lishon Hamishna Baruch She Bachar Bahem Umishnatam. Okay, so what the Chachamim changed the language of the Mishnah? To the language of the Mishnah.
Yeah, it says Shana Chachamim. They taught, the Chachamim taught in the language of the Mishnah, meaning in Lashon HaKodesh, right? And Baruch Shebachar Behem Umishnasan, and blessed is the Kadosh Baruch who chose them and their teachings.
Okay. Rabbi Yishmael Omer, Kol HaOsek Torah. I'm sorry?
Rabbi Meir Omer, right?
Oh, okay. I should know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no problem. All right.
Rabbi Meir Omer, Kol HaOsek Torah, Lishma Zocher Lidvarim Harbeh, Lo Od Ela Shekol Ha'olam Kulo Kidei Hu Lo Nikra Re'ah.
So, anyone who's involved with learning Torah Lishma, he's privileged to many things. That's one thing. Below, not only that, Ela Shekol Ha'olam Kulo Kidei Hu Loi, and all of the entire existence is worthwhile for him. And Nikra Re'ah, he's called a friend. Now, we now jump down over here. We want to see these few words over here. He's Nikra Re'ah, he's called a friend. Ahuv, right? Beloved, he's called beloved. Oev es hamakom, oev es habrios. He's called one who loves the HaKadosh Baruch Hu and is beloved by the Brios as well. Now, that's good because of these phrases. The morale. We're going to go down to skip the rest of the paragraph to now Derech HaChaim. The morale is going into detail on what's the difference between a Re'ah and an Ohuv. That's what we're going to be reviewing again today.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let's see. Shenikra Re'ah v'chulei. P Shehu Re'ah El HaKadosh Baruch Hu V'hu Gam Hu Re'ah El HaBriot. What's the abbreviation? That's not Perush.
Yeah, Perush, right, Perush.
Oh, it is.
Nikra Re'ah is referred to as we called a friend. Perush Hu Re'ah Shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He's a friend of a Kadosh Baruch Hu. Perush. That means to say he's a friend of a Kadosh Baruch Hu.
Oh, okay. V'gam Hu Re'ah El HaBriot, and the friend of all living things.
In this case, it means people, not every, he's not necessarily a friend to the worms and the ants and butterflies.
No, but we have to, we can't treat the animals cruelly either. So
no, but whether they consider them his friend, I mean, look, we just got through saying that the kol olam kulo kadayulo, that all of entire existence is kadayulo. So he through his learning Torah Lishma gives worthwhileness, purpose to everything that's been created. So, so a certain way, it is true. He's Re'ah l'kol habrios, for each and every molecule that exists, right, and everything up and beyond each and every molecule. So each thing has existence and purpose because of the person who's learning Lishma. So he gives their existence purpose and significance. Without his learning Torah L'Shema, there'd be no purpose and significance in creation. It's absolutely just a waste, completely waste. One of the things Hashem commands in his own Torah is the Shaila about the issue about Tashkis. You're not supposed to waste anything, right? Waste is something which is counter to the Hanhagas, the behavior of Kadosh Baruch Hu. Everything Kadosh Baruch Hu creates in this universe is of a purpose and it has significance and is of some type of a use. And anything that's not used and have a significance that's not in keeping with the Kadosh Baruch Hu's plan. Right? Kadosh Baruch created the all of existence. There should be a purpose, meaning in order to serve man. And he's the tachlis. Adam is the tachlis of all creation, and therefore, when a person's learning Torah L'Shema, which is the affinity and the apex of everything that could possibly be created, so then everything else below that is given significance, purpose as well.
Okay, very good.
But here, primarily here, we're referring to brios. In the context we're talking about, in terms of it being friendship, in terms of friendship, that's usually referred to in terms of people rather than the many hundreds and millions of all types of other creatures that exist in the world.
Oh, well, there goes the saying that a dog is man's best friend. And
So, yeah.
okay, let's see. Visham Rea Nofel Al Shnayim Sheyesh Lahem Shituf V'Chibor.
Right, that the expression of friend is used when you have a situation, you have two entities and they have a shituf, an interaction and a connection between them.
Right. Okay. Kika Asher Yomar Ruvain Hureya Shimon Umimila Hu Gam Cain Shagam Shimon Reya Ruvain Ki Hashem Zeba Al Shnei Reim Biyachad.
Ki Asher Yomru Ruvain Hu Reya Shimon, that when it's said that upon Ruvain that he is a friend of Shimon, Memelu Gam Cain Shagam Shimon Reya Ruvain. Also, you need to say as well that Shimon is a friend of Ruvain. Ki Hashem Zeh Ba'al Shnei Roim Biyachad, because this designation of being a friend is said about two people that they have a friendship between themselves.
Okay. Mikol makom ein lashon reya rak al shnayim sheyesh lahem shituf v'chibor yachad.
Right, but nevertheless, you have to qualify this statement. That nevertheless, this expression of reya, friend, is only referred to and used upon two people that they have this interaction and a connection between the two of them.
Okay. Aval ahava mitzad mahu yoter shenafsho kishura v'nahav.
So, however, the expression ava, when referring to a person who's beloved, that's mitzad. That's referring to the aspect of what is aspect of a greater personal connection to the one that he loves. That's meaning Av is referring to when there's a greater personal connection to the person he loves above and beyond that of friendship.
Oh, okay. Teidal lecha diktiv, and this is, I guess, from Vayikra, v'ahavat l'reyecha kamocha. Im ken gadol lashon ahava v'lashon reya.
That you have here, that it says in the pasuk after Recha Kamocha, that indicates that it's greater the usage of the expression Ava, of beloved, than it is that of the expression of friend, of friendship.
Oh.
And now how he's going to explain. He's going to explain in this next paragraph.
Okay. It says, Ki ha'ava hu kishur hanefesh b'ne'ahav l'gamrei ad shenach shav kamoto.
That here, when you have this expression of being beloved, it's a connection of the person himself to the one that he loves absolutely. That's an absolute connection between the person who he is loving and himself. Ad shenikshev kamoso. That's what the pasuk is telling you, that you have to consider the person you're loving to be exactly like yourself, without any barriers between the two of you.
Oh, okay. Umikom hakom lashon re'im ne'amar al shnei devarim sheyesh lachem chibur biyachad ze lazeh v'ze lazeh.
Nevertheless, you have this expression of reim, of friendship, is spoken about when you have two people in a situation where there is a connection together, this one to this one and this one to this one, right?
Uh-huh.
So meaning the word friendship is an indication of some mutual relationship, which there is an interaction between the two people.
Oh, okay. Aval efshar ki Ruvain ohev et Shimon, v'Shimon eino ohev et Ruvain.
Oh, that it is, however, possible that you could have that Reuven does have a love for Shimon, and Shimon, for example, does not have a love for Reuven. See, when you're dealing with friendship, there has to be a mutual interaction and connection between the two, right? And even though that Ava is a stronger connection than friendship, but Ava can exist on the part of one party and not necessarily on the part of both parties. Whereas when it comes to friendship, it must be that they're both considered to be friends to each other for friendships to exist. And for love to exist, you don't necessarily have to have that both parties are loving each other.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see. What's that? Afal Cain? No.
So,
Not sure what the abbreviation is. The olive Kaf.
Elohim Cain.
Oh, Elohim Cain. Okay. Yomarsha Ruvain, who Ohavo Shel Shimon, Ki Lashon Zeh B'vadai Ne'amar Kasher Ruvain, who Ohev et Shimon. Shimon. Okay.
Right. So it says here, we're going with the previous statement. It's possible that you can have, say, for example, Reuven loving Shimon and Shimon not necessarily loving Reuven. And unless it's going to be sensed that Reuven is of Shimon, that Reuven is beloved to Shimon, Ki loshin zeh b'vadai neman kasher Reuven, who ov shel Shimon, v'Shimon danke over shel Reuven.
Ah, okay. V'Shimon gan kain ohavo shel Ruvain, v'lo she'ahav Ruvain et Shimon, v'Shimon eno ohev et Ruvain.
Right, and it's not used in a case where that you say Reuven has a love for Shimon, and Shimon does not have a love for Reuven.
Oh, okay. V'afilu im Ruvain ohev et Shimon, v'Shimon ohev et Ruvain, mikom makom lo nikraim re'im. Let's stop there.
Now, even if you're going to have a situation where Reuven is of Shimon, that he has a love for Shimon, and Shimon has a love for Reuven, right? Nevertheless, they will not be considered to be friends, right? You can have people loving each other, but they're not necessarily going to be considered to be friends.
Okay. כי אין לשון רע, רק בשביל שיש להם שיתוף ורעות ביחד.
That's only going to be that they're considered to be friends when there's going to be that interaction and friendship between the two. Like Mary, you gave the example yesterday for a person. Can be said that a person loves his sister, for example, but they may not have any real interaction between themselves at all.
Right.
And so they wouldn't be considered to be friends. You wouldn't say that you're friends with your sister if you speak to her only, maybe call her up on her birthday once a year. That's not really, wouldn't say they're your friends.
Right.
You say that you love them because of the relationship that you share, but it's not necessarily going to be that you're friends. Friendship requires that there be a shituf and a chibur. I mean, it has to be a interaction and a connection. Whereas love, even though it's a stronger involvement of the person towards the other person, nevertheless, that can exist without friendship, without a interaction and an association.
Okay. ולכך אמר, כי מי עוסק בתורה לשמה, נקרא רע למקום ולהתחתונים.
Oh, and therefore, when it comes to a person who's learning Torah Lishma, it's referring to that he is a Reya, he's considered to be a friend, Lamakum to Kadosh Baruch Hu, and Lataktonim to the people here below in this world.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. The next paragraph. וזה כי התורה היא דבקות אל Hashem Yitbarach, is that?
Yes, exactly. Very
Okay. V'el atachtonim.
And why is a person therefore considered to be a Reya, friend to both the Kadosh Baruch Hu and also to the people here in this world? The Torah, the Vekas El Hashem is Barak, the Torah is a connection to a Kadosh Baruch Hu and to the Tachtonim, those people who live down below here with us as well.
Oh, okay. Okay. ולפיכך מצד הזה הוא רע אל השם יתברך ואל התחתונים.
Oh. So then in this case, therefore, Lefika Mitzad is there from this aspect that he is considered to be a friend to Kadosh Baruch Hu and to those people who are down below. That gives him, because he's through Torah, that's supplying the connection, as we say, for the friendship to exist, you have to have a chibur, a connection, and a shituf, and an interaction. So the Torah is providing an interaction and a connection between the person who's learning Torah Lishma with the Kadosh Baruch Hu, and also to those people here in this world below.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, v'amar shenikra ahu ohev et hamakom ohev et habrio v'chule. Okay, I think you just said that, basically. Okay. So, let's see. Kavar hitba'er ki ha'avahi ishur hanefesh v'ne'ehav v'hitachdut legamre.
Right. So now, Mama Shenikra Ov. So now that the Mishnah continues on and says that the person who's learning Torah Shema, he's called Ohov, beloved, and he's Ohov Elis Kadosh Baruch Hu, he's beloved to a Kadosh Baruch Hu. Ohov Elis Abrius, he's beloved to the people. Kavarnis Bar, it's already been explained. Kia Ava, he Akashur Nefesh Bua. Gamre, that it's already been explained that the Ava is a Kesher HaNefesh. It's a very basic personal bond between the person who is loved, and there is a complete actus legamre. It's a complete unity, a complete bond through the love. It supplies a complete bond.
Oh, okay. Okay. Umisha lomed Torah lishma, hine yesh lo kishur udevekut im Hashem yiparach, v'Hashem yiparach imo, v'chein yesh lo chibor im nimtzaim kulam.
So here, the one who is learning Torah Lishma, hine yesh lo kesher v'devekus ino Kadosh Baruch Hu. He, through the Torah Lishma, is creating a connection and a bond with the Kadosh Baruch Hu. But a Kadosh Baruch Hu imo, and a Kadosh Baruch Hu is connected with him through the learning of Torah Lishma. Therefore, a person has a bond with all things which are existing.
Oh.
Right, that's a v'chein yesh lo chibor im hanimtsoim kulam, and therefore he has a bond, a chibor, a bond with all those nimtsoim, all those things that exist.
Oh. Okay. Okay, v'davar zeh v'or ech kol hanimtzaim.
Baruch Hu is giving life to everything, and you're connecting through your Torah Lishma to Kadosh Baruch Hu, and he's giving life to everything, and that's what it said originally. Kol olam kula is kadayu blood. Yeah. Well, good question. Good question. Okay, yeah, go ahead, man.
Okay.
V'davar zeh.
Okay, v'davar zeh mevuar ech kol hanimtzaim yesh lahem kishur v'chibor Im HaTorah, v'HaTorah im Hashem Yibarach.
Oh, and this thing is mevur, is explained. Eich kol nimtzoin yesh lem kisher b'chibur im Torah v'Torah Baruch. And this thing's going to be explained. This thing will be explained. How it is that all the things that are existing have them a bond with the person who's learning Torah Lishma, and that they have a bond with Torah, and a Torah as is bonded with the Kadosh Baruch Hu.
Wow. Okay. Torah Lishma. And pointing with Hashem. Okay. Next paragraph. It says, Ki Torah he seder hanimtzaim asher seder Hashem Yibarach.
Right, because Torah is Seder Hanimtsoim Asher Seder Hashem Yisborach. That the Torah is the pathway to all things that exist, and it's the pathway to a Kadosh Baruch Hu.
Oh. Wow. Okay, V'zeh Amar. What's that? Breshit Rabbah, maybe?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. That's the Medrash, right? Correct.
Oh, okay. Shehi HaKadosh Baruch Hu mabit b'Torah uvara et ha'olam.
Right. The Torah, the Medrash explains that Kadosh Baruch Hu mabit b'Torah. He gazed into the Torah, ubara es ha'olam, and from there created the world.
Ah. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Uvishvil kach yesh l'chol hanimtzaim chibur el haTorah shebahem. Let's see. Nivra hakol.
How does that follow? That Kadosh Baruch Hu gazed into the Torah and he created all of existence. V'shvil kach, u'v'shvil kach, because of this, yesh l'kolim soim chiber el Torah, because the Torah is the blueprint, the pathway for the creation of everything that's been created, and therefore everything that is created is a outcome of the Torah itself.
Ah, that's interesting.
Right, just like you could say an organism is the outcome of the DNA of it, right? The DNA is the molecular structures which are creating the coding of everything that's going to be created from them in the organism. So likewise, the Torah, right, has all the coding of everything that's created within it.
Okay, v'haTorah hi haseder shemisoder misoder umitchayav min Hashem Yibarach.
So all those things that are created have therefore their connection with Torah because through which the Torah they were created, everything was created, and the Torah is the Seder HaMasudar Umeschayev Min Hashem Yisbarach. Torah is that formula and pathway through which everything is obligated from a Kadosh Baruch.
Ah. Okay. ולפיכך מי שעוסק בתורה לשמה, אחר שעוסק בתורה לשמה, maybe you should stop there.
Right, and therefore, the one who is Isaac in Torah Lishma, so if a person is going to be learning on that level, that he's doing the learning simply for the fact that Akash Baruch has commanded him to learn, and not without any bias or ulterior motives, he's simply doing it again, as I said, for the sake of Akash Baruch whose wishes to be fulfilled, right? So therefore,
okay, let's see, Torah, Lishma, Torah. Let's see. Yeshlo Kishur. Hold it, I lost my place. Lishma Achar She'osek B'Torah Lishma. Okay. B'Torah Yeshla Kishur Im Hashem Yiparak B'Shvil Zet Nikra Rea L'Makom. Okay. That's the connection.
right, therefore the one who's also Torah Lishma, since he is involved with Torah Lishma on that high level of learning Torah simply for its sake, as Hashem wants him to be commanded to learn, and the Torah Yeshlo Kesher Im HaKadosh Baruch, and the Torah itself has an essential bond with the Kadosh Baruch Hu. Therefore, he has that bond and interaction. He has that shituf, and he has that chibur with the Kadosh Baruch Hu through the Torah. So therefore, he's properly called Re'eh. He's called friend, L'makom, Re'eh L'makom, friend to Kadosh Baruch.
Okay. V'chein nikra mitzad zeh Re'eh L'Briut.
Also, for the same token, he's also called Re'eh L'Briut because he's also maintaining that vital kesher between all of existence and the blueprint for existence, that pathway for everything to exist through the will of Kadosh Baruch Hu. He, the one who's learning Torah Lishma, is maintaining that, he's creating and maintaining that bond and that interaction. So therefore, he's called a Re'eh LeKadosh Baruch Hu because he's interacting and connecting with the Kadosh Baruch Hu. It's also called Re'eh LeMakar, the Rius. He's called a friend to people because he's also, through his learning Torah Lishma, creating that shituf, the connection and chibur, the bond to himself through Torah to Akash Baruch Hu, and encounter and further to all the briefs as well.
Okay, ukavar hitbaer zeh lemala gam came beperek ba'asara. Okay, so it's explained already, I guess.
In Perek Asar, right? That might be in Asar Yuksin. That might be in the Gemara and Kedushin over there.
I have a quick question. It might not be a quick answer, but since Jews have the connection to Hashem through Torah, how does everyone else have a connection to Hashem?
So very good. It's okay. So the fact that a Kadosh Baruch, that's I think why the Maral brought in this Medrash Rabbah at the beginning of the first line, toward the end of the first line of this last paragraph, said, right? It says here, it brings the Medrash Rabbah, Ki Torah Seder Animtsoyim, Asher Seder Kadosh Baruch Hu, meaning the Torah is the pathway through a Kadosh Baruch Hu's creation of all things that were created through the Torah, as it says that he gazed into the Torah and he created the world. So therefore, everything that exists has its existence originally and continually through the Torah, right? So therefore, that connection between the person who's learning Torah Litzma, that he's maintaining all of existence through the fact that his Torah learning is a replication of what a Kadosh Baruch Hu did in terms of creating the whole of existence. The Kadosh Baruch Hu's creating of existence was done through mabid, literally gazing into the Torah. So a person was on his own, he's going to be learning Torah as well. So he's emulating a Kadosh Baruch Hu's active creation, right? So through that, he's creating not just a mimic of what Hashem did, but he's actually recreating what a Kadosh Baruch Hu did in his personal level, in his personal way of being a shituf and interacting and a chibur, a connection with the Kadosh Baruch Hu, and that connection and interaction is done through the learning of Torah Lishma, right? And therefore that gives life to everything that exists. So therefore, the fact that a Kadosh Baruch Hu was creating the world and continues to create the world through Torah, so all of existence owes its existence to the Torah. So the one who's going to be learning Torah, he has the key to continuing the existence of everything through his learning Torah. And therefore, he has a connection with everything that exists as well, not just with the Kadosh Baruch Hu, but since his Torah learning is following the same program as a Kadosh Baruch Hu's looking into the Torah and creating the oilam. So therefore, he also has a connection with everything that exists as well.
Okay, thank you.
Good. Okay, very good question. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this document. Okay, so I guess we'll take a break now, and we'll resume shortly with the Mishnah Berurah in Hilchos Hanukkah. We'll be continuing, I imagine, in Tuf Reish Ayin Vav.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Okay, very good. See you all soon.
Go ask me here.
Okay.